Well, maybe I'm just like
moms be moms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but maybe I'm also feeling like if I'm not gonna do all these things,
and daddy's got to go get barreled. Chickadee check. Oh yeah, we're live. All right.
Is this gonna work? Do we have to test it first?
Well, we're gonna maybe have to pass it back and forth a little bit.
You're never gonna pass me that mic.
Look, it's nice. It's perfect.
How do I look?
All right, so I want to start today's podcast by putting out a statement. Jordan is not pregnant.
Oh, yeah, let's...
Because we decided that we were going to talk about this on film.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you taking
I am definitely not pregnant, but...
That we know of. Could be.
No, 100% I know right this minute that we're not.
Okay. That's weird.
I just know, so...
So when I talk, you got to spin it.
Okay.
No. It doesn't even have to be that crazy. Like that? Like that.
Okay, then you're spinning. Can we just test and see if it's good? Or you think it's good?
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
All right, so I'll tell the story. So today we went and visited my niece Finley Magic. So huge congratulations to my brother Tucker and his wife Sammi.
Congratulations.
And so if you start talking, I'll just spin it.
Okay.
You don't have to wait. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna wait.
Okay. See what I'm saying?
This is so weird.
So we went and visited them, and
I don't know if I could do these.
Obviously, we have another niece. Her name is Naomi Thrash, the daughter of my brother Hob and his wife Rachel.
And if we have a child, their middle name will be Novelty. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. It makes sense.
So we, naturally, we went and saw the baby Finley today. Beautiful baby. Once again, congratulations. A little
new Graeff.
Yep.
In the fam.
Some more family lineage. There is an issue, though.
No boys.
It's up to me to have a boy to keep the name going.
Yeah.
Who's going to keep the gravy name alive?
G. Oh, G won't because she's a girl.
Yeah, she'll get her name taken.
Oh no.
So
we really got it's like the England, like in the what's it called? The royal family. Like if they don't have a son, they like the wife gets slashed. She's disowned.
Louis the 16th.
That's why Kate Middleton, she had a boy first. Everyone loved her.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I don't know about this kind of stuff.
So maybe I need to be
the chosen
one to have a boy. But everyone that does like say people were having dreams that I was having kids, and my first kid would be a girl. So I don't know if you're gonna get a boy.
What were we just talking about?
Having kids.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm just gonna put this out there. I truly believe that both of my brothers are going to have another kid.
Oh, I don't see that for
Hob.
I mean,
maybe. Or either.
I mean, maybe Turner and Sammi. I just think that Hob and Rachel,
they're good to go.
I mean, I don't want to speak for them. I don't know. But Naomi's 5.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It could happen.
It could. I just think that they seem like the perfect little family.
Yeah, that's true. So we were driving away from the experience, meeting Finley, and just thinking, like, we weren't really thinking, but, the topic comes up. It's like, are we going to have kids? I don't know. Like, we never really think about it. I never seriously think about having a kid. Like, I honestly, like, right now I'm thinking about surfing every country in the world.
I'll take the mic on this one. So I feel like we've always discussed that we weren't, like, big on 100% we have to have kids if we get married. Like, it was never... It's never been a thing. Like I remember growing up and telling my mom I'm not having kids. I don't want kids. I think slowly I've become more like okay with the idea of having a kid. But it's
having kids.
Having a kid. One kid.
You've become more kid friendly.
I've definitely become more kid friendly, but I will say that I'm not one of those people that like think I need a kid to like fulfill like my life. I don't think. Like, I think some people go into, like, marriage or relationship thinking, like, if they don't have kids, it's, like, end of the world. Mm-hmm. And every time I've ever brought up kids, this is what you do. You pretend, like, for a second, you're like, yeah, like, when we have a kid, I'm like, oh, do you want a kid? And you say, no. I'm always like, wait, what? You literally just said you wanted a kid 2 seconds ago, and then you go into no.
It's the same situation with having a dog. Because, like, of course I want a dog. Like, I do. I want a dog. Mm-hmm. Is it realistic?
No.
Not really.
Well, let's go into that first.
Like, the poor dog.
I feel like this is really far. Should we zoom in a little bit?
Do you want me to zoom?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like it's way too far. I don't like it. So let's get into the dog topic.
Let's talk about dogs.
All right.
Big doggies, little doggies, medium-sized doggies.
Okay, so doggies.
Yes. So the only way that I'll ever get a dog is if we get
You're too far away.
2 Chihuahuas
No.
matching.
I don't want a chihuahua. No offense, but I just don't. They're too little. Okay, but this is the thing. I'm the same way. I've always been like, okay.
Why are you yelling at me?
Oh, I'm yelling at the thing. I'm like, okay, I want a dog. Let's get a dog, then I'm ready. And then, like...
Oh, by the way, we look really goofy with these glasses on.
I think the vibe. But anyways, I'm like, okay, we're ready. Like, I can't wait to have a dog. Like, a dog is the first step. And then I, like, think about it, and I'm like, ew, I don't want a dog. Like,
what do you mean, ew?
Ew in the way that, like, I'm not ready to commit my life to a dog. So if I can't commit to my life to a dog, how the heck could I ever commit myself to a baby?
Or even one man.
Well, that's easy because I don't have to do as much for you. You're kind of self-sufficient. I mean, kind of. I want to say that loosely. Self-sufficient to a point. He does leave his socks everywhere and does leave his dishes
I've been
out
picking
everywhere.
up my socks like crazy. Dude.
Yeah, because we got into a fight about it.
When was this? Before Montauk?
What started the fight? Pretty much a t-shirt. But in reality, I'm not ready to take care of a dog. I am selfish. I want to say that. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm selfish.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Well,
that we're not ready to have a dog.
Or a kid.
Or a kid, yeah.
I should have screenshotted this. Okay, I read something the other day. I love TikTok. It really has a lot of stuff on there that's actually good.
And I hate TikTok.
But I will say this woman, it was a girl like my age, and she was talking about how she
was psyched.
No. She was like 32. She just got married, and she felt bad that she didn't want a kid yet. And people in the comments were saying, write down the reasons why you either don't want a kid or you haven't had one or whatever. Write it down so your older self can know how you felt in this moment. Because she was like, I'm scared I'm never going to want to have a kid. So I don't want to be 50 and look back and be like, oh my God, I never had a kid. Why? And she was like, people are saying, write down the exact emotions and why you don't want to, because it's more selfish to bring a kid into this world just because you either feel like you have to or... you feel pressure, whatever the case may be. Like, they were all like, it was actually good because I felt like that before.
Yeah.
Like, is it selfish to not want a kid?
I don't know. Hard to say.
Or is it selfish to bring a baby into this world when in reality, who are you doing it for? Am I doing it for myself? I don't know. Or am I doing it because I feel like society is telling you must have a kid?
So this is definitely the reason that we've never had a kid, because we're so undecided on the matter.
100%. I'm so undecided. Like, will it ever not be? Will I ever be decided?
It's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't wake up and be like, okay, I'm going to be a mom.
Well, I feel like Tucker really wanted to be a father. Like, he did.
Yeah, I can't speak for him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just feel like he did. And then, like, I feel like Hob was just, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But Hob's an amazing father.
Yeah.
But.
Well, just with the people I know that they all tried, they all wanted kids. Everyone that I know pretty much that has a kid or having a kid right in this moment, they all wanted a kid.
Yeah.
At some point, even if they didn't plan on having the baby at that exact moment, it just happened. Yeah. They knew in their future, it was going to line up, they were going to have a kid with their significant other.
I feel like for me, I have never thought deep enough into it. Because I'm just like, all right, well, maybe I do want a kid, but I got to do all these things first. And then, like, my list of things, like, I thought by the time I was 33, my list of things would be shorter and I'd be, like, more cruise control. My list of things just continues to grow longer and longer.
Yeah.
Like, I literally wake up every morning and I start doing one thing and then I pivot to another, I pivot to another, I pivot to another, I pivot to another, and by the time I look around, the day's over.
Well, I've always been scared, too, because you've always been like, well, your kid's your responsibility. Like, I'm not doing anything for it.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. And you aren't the type that is going to stay home.
For the baby.
You're never going to stay home for the baby.
Well, now I got to surf all the countries in the world first.
Yeah. Someone asked me the other day, they're like, are you guys going to have kids? And I was like, this guy wants to serve every country in the world. What am I going to pop out a kid? When he's in freaking Africa? No. So.
And you might be there soon. Like, you might be in Africa.
Exactly. We're like just planning a trip for England. If I was pregnant, you think I'd be going to England?
I was just about to say this. You are getting to the point where, like, I had a thought on the couch earlier. I have to tell you this.
What?
I was sitting on the couch booking this trip to London.
I don't know if I want to hold this.
And I was saying to myself, wait a second. Jordan just said yes. In 2 seconds.
Huh?
I could never convince you to go on a trip ever.
I don't know how.
Today, I woke up this morning. Okay, so I'm kind of nuts. I'll admit I'm nuts. I research airfare to dozens of destinations in the entire globe on a daily basis.
Just to see. But I feel like that's normal for people like you.
I'm like, all right, should we go to Bali? All right, let me see. What's it looking like in Spain right now? Okay, how's the airfare here?
Like
how's the airfare there? And then I'm like, you know what? I woke up this morning and I saw tickets to... You're going to be happy about something. I saw tickets to...
You were saying Iceland.
London. Well, I was looking at Iceland yesterday.
I
was actually telling JT, I was like, maybe, should we go to Iceland?
JT could have gone there.
And anyway, I found tickets round trip to Heathrow. Direct flight there and back for $1,000. So I was like, you know what, Jordan? We were thinking about going to California. And then I was like, dude, the California tickets are like almost $800.
Yeah.
I can get us to London and back for $1,000.
And we've been to California so many times. It wasn't worth it.
So what I did for you...
Yeah. Do we have fancy seats? For first class?
I blew this out of proportion. Don't get too excited.
Well, did you buy our seats at least?
Okay, so I didn't get basic economy.
So what, I can bring a carry-on?
No, like I got the step above basic economy.
Okay,
so we can... when you get basic economy, you're not even allowed to upgrade your seats.
This guy. Oh,
so we're at the point now where we can upgrade our seats.
Oh, wow. We can buy seats.
And wait, hold the applause.
Okay.
Hold the applause.
Wait, you got me a carry-on?
Our seats are next to each other, both flights.
Wait, so you bought them?
Didn't buy them. I got.
So what's our seats though? What's our seat number?
Let's not get into that right now.
No, this guy's got me flying 38D.
It's not 38D. It's not 38D. I promise.
It's a 7-hour flight.
Yo, I promise it's not 38D.
See, I can't have kids. I'm more concerned with my flights. Okay.
Yo, it can't be 38D when it's 43D. This is a big plane.
Ben.
What?
You think they're... Okay, this is my other thing about England.
What?
The food sucks.
What are you talking about?
So I'm like a little bit upset because like I'm like thinking like Europe. Let's go Italy, Spain.
Fish and chips, dude.
Is that what I'm going to be eating for 5-6 days straight?
In England, that's what it's all about.
But they also, for breakfast, they have like beans.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, look it up right now. Best food, like food, British.
Are you talking about bangers and mash?
Ew, British.
I can't wait. I'm psyching.
Okay, the British.
Bangers and mash.
Ew, it's fried egg, tomatoes, beans, mushrooms, sausage, and maybe bacon. And
okay, I'll be honest. Last time... Ooh, camera's dying. Hang on. Cut.
So the food in England, I hear, is horrendous.
Okay, so I've been to England, and the food was actually good.
All right, well, say. I mean, I can do some fish and chips, and...
I'm telling you, the breakfast is good.
Beans for breakfast? I'll be bloated. You won't be bloated?
I don't know. I'm going to be shredding all day with Andrew Cotty.
Oh, you're going to hang out with him?
He said he would be there.
He's going to be in England? I thought he like doesn't live there.
He does. He lives in England.
Wow, cool.
Good
fancy.
times, right?
Wow, we're like so cool now.
Why are you acting like that?
Because it's funny.
All right, so...
I'm excited, but yeah, you got me to say yes right away. But you know why?
Why?
Because it's England. It's not scary.
Okay.
It's like like you said, everyone speaks English. I'm not as scared of like the roads. Like I'm terrified to go like really far. Like when I think of England, I think like, okay, you go to London, you get on a plane, you come home, or like something back.
That's kind of the scenario.
Yeah, like you get on a plane, you come home, and it's like it's a one flight to JFK.
Technically, Hawaii is further away than
Hawaii, but like when I think of going to Australia, months. You want to take me to Australia? You better start planning now for 6 months from now, maybe 8 months. I'm not just hopping. Like if you were like, Jordan, flights to Australia tomorrow, $500, and I'd be like, nope.
Well, the reason that I don't research Australia on a regular basis is because when we go to Australia, I want it to be epic and I want it to be a long trip. Like you're saying, like a month long.
Well, that's why too, because I was like, well, I want to go to Italy. And Ben was like, well, we could have went to Italy instead. And I'm like, the Italian vacation that you want and I want are very different. Because I actually want to go to Italy. Like, that is one of my dreams. So, like, if we go to Italy, it is 1 week of, like, straight up Rome, Venice, Florence, Milan, like all of the places that I want to see, and then the next week can be you surfing. But that's like that's my lifelong dream is to go to Italy. So it's like a more of an actual trip you research for. This thing I'm like I want to see one store in Big Ben and do whatever.
What is Big Ben?
The big clock tower.
Oh, that I've seen that before.
Yeah, well you've been to London.
What about the Tower of London? Oh, you don't know about
or the London Eye, or like I would like to see Buckingham Palace, but like
I've been to Buckingham Palace.
Okay, but it's not stuff that like I need to buy tickets for and like go see.
Yeah, you do need to buy tickets to Buckingham.
No, I'm just gonna go to the gate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I need to go inside. I don't care enough.
No, you can't. No, you can't always go inside. You know that.
No, and probably with COVID, you can't. Honestly. Well, maybe now they opened it. I don't know. But like, I don't have like this like dream of being a London like I don't care.
I know what you mean. What about Paris though?
I would like more to go to like Hossegor and stuff in France.
Wow, okay, yeah.
Like I would like to see the Eiffel Tower, don't get me wrong. Of course, spend like 2 nights in Paris and like do the French bistro the vibe, but it's not necessary.
Oh.
I'm just am I crazy for saying yes?
Yeah, you're nuts. Okay, so let me finish my story.
Sorry.
And I was sitting on the couch thinking, you know how much I mean, I will admit, I'm still nuts, but in my old age, I have calmed down quite a bit.
I think you're crazier, but okay, well, how?
And I have been thinking, maybe this is the beginning of us switching places.
Like me being crazy and
in 5 years from now, you're going to be like, come on, Ben, we got to get Ghana off the list.
I'm never going to want to hear to Ghana.
You know what I mean?
Little.
And I'm sitting here like, oh, come on, babe, I made it. I'm all good. Like, I'm not even worried about it. And you're like, come on, Ben, we got to do this. Come on. I believe in you. Because, like, today I was like, should we just go to England? Like, maybe it's, though, because I've been pitching England for so long that eventually you were just... You were just like, yeah. No,
and also, it's because I like this microphone. All right, can we just talk about what happened?
Yeah.
Our memory card filled up, so we don't know where we're at. But I was talking about Paris and how, like, it's not like I'd like to spend a couple of days there, too, one day, but I don't care. I'd rather go to, like, Hossegor and, like, have that kind of experience. I feel like it'd be cool.
And then I said, but Nicaragua was a week-long trip.
And I said, the reason why I said yes to this trip so quickly was because it is only a week. Ben likes to plan trips. Like, he'll be researching a trip and be like, Jordan, I have a great idea. We'll go for a month. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go anywhere for a month. Like, anywhere for a month, like, it's too long. The only place that I can go for a month is Florida. I don't even think I could be in California for a month. It's like, it's too much out of my comfort zone where, like, okay, like, let's say in Florida. Yes, there's somebody living in your parents' house, but at the end of the day, it's like our home. We have a place to go back to that, like, we can, like, oversee. It's our vibe.
Yeah.
Even
Shout out Hags.
Hags, what's up? But, like, anywhere else we go, we're living in someone else's home or staying in a hotel.
I will say, when we went to California for the Hyperflex wetsuit tour, and we had the Airbnb,
yeah, I
was starting to get comfy, like, we lived there.
Well, because it was more like, and granted, we stay with the best family ever. Like, they're
well, at the Persidoc's house, I just feel like I lived there the whole time.
Me too, but also like you can't overstay your welcome. Like, I'm not that person that could be like, oh yeah, 3 weeks later we're still living there. Like, they probably actually
Brother Ben might end up living there though.
He would, but they wouldn't care. But it's just like for us, it's like we're also like grown adults where it's like we're a husband.
Yeah,
and
well,
wife.
you don't want to. I mean, like a week is fine. You don't just want to be lounging on someone's couch for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's so inappropriate. Like, it really is. And I don't think anybody would want someone for 3 weeks. We're also a lot. We usually have a filmer with us, and that's a lot. Like, Mackie or Mac, JP. We have people sleeping there. Like, it ends up being a lot.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for being so sweet. That family.
Yes. Shout out to the Persidoc's legends.
There are legends. But when every time when Ben like has an idea to go somewhere, it is always much longer than I am willing to go.
I'll admit I'm a dreamer. I am a dreamer.
Yes, you are. But what I've told you over the years, like we said in the podcast before, sometimes you just have to go for like a mission.
Yeah, Jordan's been hyping me up. This is why I was thinking the Switch was coming.
Yeah.
Jordan's been hyping me up for the countries through like 4-day strike missions, just with like me and a filmer, or me and a friend and a filmer. Mm-hmm. And like you leave on a Thursday, you surf Friday, Saturday, come home on a Sunday, and it's just like bang, country done, great experience, but you're back.
Yeah.
And you got it done.
Well, why? I have a question though. Yeah, we really aren't ready for kids if we can go this quickly away from the kid topic. We just completely did not care about that topic. But I have a question for you. Why was it before that you always felt as though you needed it to be like this monumental thing?
What?
Where it couldn't.
What do you mean,
just,
like a surf trip?
Yeah, like now, because like I am excited. I want to go see the world, but I didn't want to spend weeks in different countries.
Well, now every single day.
What's the positive and negative?
Okay, the positives are if you stay long, you save money. Every day that you're there, you spend less money, pretty much, in my eyes, because a lot of times I do end up getting someone hitting me up and like letting us crash, or just a number of things that would help out the budget. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right, if I spend $1,000 on a plane ticket and I stayed for 2 days, that's $500 a day. If I spend $1,000 on a plane ticket and stayed for 10 days, that's $100 a day.
Okay. So money,
that's it.
That's it.
And I love an experience.
Yeah.
I really, like, how long was I in France? 8 days?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it was the best.
But I agree with that, but I think there's certain places that need longer.
That's true.
I think, like, again, Europe, like, London's different. I'm not, like, that keen on England. Like, maybe it's going to be the best trip of my life. Hopefully it is.
I'm super keen on it.
Yeah, you've been there, so you probably feel comfortable. But I do feel like there's places in the world that you must see and you must spend more time. Like, if you're going to freaking Dubai, you're literally traveling. I think also airline travel. So
like
if
the length?
Yeah, so if you're on a plane for 10 plus hours, like when we go to Hawaii, we're staying for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
not
sense.
flying for, well, it's longer because it takes 10 hours. You got to be at the airport 3 hours early, whatever the case may be. So it's a full 24 hours of travel.
Yeah, but I can say this, like, when when I used to drive around a lot, like, I would just, like, delete drives. And, like, when you get into traveling heavily, like, the plane rides turn into the same thing. Like, when I was on that crazy run of traveling, I can't remember when it was. I feel like it was last winter. But I was just, like, deleting plane rides. I would just be, like, popping up in new places and just be like, wow. Like, that plane ride didn't even really happen. Like, time traveling. You know? So,
Ben time travels a lot.
If you get into it, you can time travel. If you're harping on it, you can get stuck in the mud. Yeah. In the quagmire.
So do you think if you traveled and stuff, it would be easy with a kid? Like, do you think, like, if we had a kid tomorrow, like, do you think, like, life, like...
if the kid, if like, you just had an overnight birth?
Yeah, like, the Immaculate Conception. And it came out tomorrow.
I think I would just be traveling and you would just be chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, you know...
Well, maybe I'm just, like,
moms be moms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but maybe I'm also feeling like if I'm not going to do all these things...
And daddy's got to go get barreled.
Maybe I'm saying, like, I'm feeling like if I'm not going to have a kid and I'm not going to be having a dog or any type of responsibility, maybe it's like, well, what am I doing? Why am I not going with you places?
True. I tell you that all the time. You're always thinking like, oh, I got to be home. I got to do this and that. I'm like, dude, we have a very unique
situation
where my job traveling makes my job more successful.
Yeah, so we have to do it.
And it's a really, really unique situation that we should really embrace. And that's why I said, you know what, after a while, it just built up inside me. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start talking about this country thing at least. Like,
and it's already happening, kind of.
It is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we got Nicaragua. Now we're going to England.
Yeah.
If I didn't say that I was going to surf all the countries, would we even be going to England? Probably not. We'd be going back to California.
Yeah.
Which is fun. But
it's like...
going to a new place is more fun.
I agree.
And
And I think you're right. And I think like I think for this summer, I have stayed home a lot. And not that I didn't. I love being home and I love hanging out with my parents. And like, we just got a pool and it's kind of fun and whatever. But really at the end of the day, like my summer didn't like, I wasn't just doing stuff every day at home.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like I went to the beach a lot. I hardly went to the beach. You know what I mean?
How weird has this summer been, though?
It's weird. It's a busy summer. It's more of a work summer. I mean, every time I've gone to the beach, I've literally worked except on Saturday.
I feel like my work schedule has been nonstop this summer, but other than that, there's been no hurricanes and the water's been like 50 degrees.
Yeah, it's not. It's weird. It is a weird summer. So like, again, I'm like, okay, cool. I stayed here all summer thinking that like X, Y, and Z was gonna happen. I ended up just getting COVID. Like, I'm like, honestly, it's not even worth it. Like I had COVID for 10 days. That's literally 10 days of my summer. So.
But like.
I'm ready to kind of vibe out.
You live the endless summer. So.
I know, and that's another thing, because I was telling my mom, because I was like, I kind of get bummed out, but I was like, honestly, like, I'm kind of tired of, like, the same old, I go to the beach all winter. I'm literally on the beach, like, in December, like, in Florida. It's like,
you go to Florida, you go to Puerto Rico, we went to Anguilla a couple years in a row. You go to Hawaii, you go to California, and it's warmer.
Yeah.
Those days in January when we were hanging out in Santa Barbara, it was beautiful out.
I'm excited though.
For England?
And to not have kids.
We're gonna have kids. One day.
The only thing I have ever really wanted to do was adopt.
We can do that.
And I've looked into it, and I just feel like I've always just wanted to adopt.
Well, my parents adopted when I was young, and it's something that I really agree with. So, I think it would be beautiful to adopt.
Me too.
Right?
I really just don't want to push out a baby. Honestly.
I really just don't want to watch you push one out.
I mean, if we're on the same boat, like, we'd have to make the decision. That's, like, the craziest part, too, because, like, we're very, like, I feel like we're very indecisive people.
Well, it's not indecisive. I think I'm the type of person who juggles a lot of ideas.
And me, too. And commitment. Like, we made a commitment to each other, but granted, we were together for 5 years. Over 5 years.
What?
People at our age get married very quickly.
That's true, but I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready either. What do you mean? I'm still not ready.
You were ready.
No, I was ready to be have a ring, but I was not ready to be a wife. Still not ready. I'd rather have my mom do everything for me.
I had another good thing to say during that conversation, but I think that's pretty much our podcast for tonight.
It is, and I got my ears pierced today, guys. So, again, that's where I'm at in life.
Other big updates. Yeah, Jordan got her ears pierced. Amazing work.
2 years.
We spent the weekend in Montauk, New York. We went to the Montauk Surf Film Festival. We're hosted by the gracious Travis Beckman, a.k.a. Mr. Montauk. Thank you for everything, Travis. And we ended up winning an award, the Surf and Turf Feature Film Award at the Montauk Film Festival. Absolutely honored. First film festival award.
It is?
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
And how many have we been in? 2 or 3?
We've been in more than I actually know because Kev has sent them.
Well, we get accepted and then I don't hear anything.
Yeah, because it's kind of like they just play them on because we went. What was the one that you had to do in the middle of the night? France or something?
No, Australia.
Australia. Like, we've been in a bunch, but who knows? They might not even have awards.
I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know where I am.
Well, we're in Brigantine because we had to leave our home, so we're not in the podcast studio. So sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
so because our ceiling's falling in, but you guys probably already know about that.
Some people might just listen to the podcast and might have just found us. Wouldn't that be crazy? If people have no idea they have another channel.
The day that people are only watching the podcast and don't know about the vlog is the day that we know that the podcast made it.
And we got on Barstool.
Hey, but everyone, yeah.
Barstool, that's... Okay, so Ben put out that he's going to serve every country in the world. I'm putting out that I'm getting a job at Barstool.
Okay. Camera's dying. See you guys. Thank you for everything. Subscribe to the channel for the dream. We'll see you next time. You.